Hello everyone and welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and in this episode we're actually going to be going off to the Pirate's Fortress this time around and getting started by collecting all the Zora eggs that are scattered throughout the place now, because if you remember before where basically I said you needed like 4 bottles, that is pretty much what you need it for. Now I could get the 5th bottle and all that to make things a little bit easier for myself, but to be fair, I mean, like I was saying, you know, in the Zora eggs and that all around the place of the Pirate Fortress, there's only 4. Like, seriously. So, as long as you have 4 bottles, you should be fine. And particularly on the next area that we're going to be going to, which has more Zora eggs, because they're not just all at the Pirate Fortress. That also contains 3. Because if you remember before when I was talking to, what's it, the witch or so, or at least the woman like the aquarium, she was basically explaining, you know, that there were like 7 in total. But now, I think it's about time that we get those, given the fact that we don't really have much else to do. I know we have the Oceanside Spider House, which is literally to the right. And you might be thinking, well, why are you not doing that? That's because it's dawn of the final day. Okay? When you do the Oceanside Spider House, I know I've said about this before, but I'm saying it again just so that I get you guys aware of it, because if you do not follow this, you will suffer a lot of grief. Okay? You see, what happens is, if you do it on dawn of the final day, or even the second day, doing the Oceanside Spider House, and then you free the guy of the curse, he will reward you with, I think it's 20 rupees, or even 5 rupees, and that is pretty shocking, to be honest. So, whereas, when you do it on dawn of the first day, you get, well, we'll find out soon. But, you know, I just thought I'd hint at that also, just to keep it in your mind, particularly. And now we're about to see the fact that, you know, we don't really need to be the Zora in order to get to the thing anymore, because, you know, I've got the hookshot this time, making things a little bit more convenient in order to get by, except it is really annoying these bloody fish arriving, like, at all times. In fact, come to think of it, could I actually... oh, wait, I do have the pictograph, actually, of, like, the pirates and that, don't I? Fair enough, yeah, I should be fine then. Because I was wondering, like, if I had to take a picture of the pirates again for this, but luckily I don't. Also, link... drop, please. Press the B button to drop down the surface, because you don't really want to perk up towards the surface when there's a ship coming by, otherwise you will get detected. So what I would recommend you to do is, when you're Zora Link, is just remain down here on the surface, because they can't see you underwater. I know it's kind of weird how literally they're going past us and that. You would have thought that they could literally see us right through the water, because I'm literally like, you know, my head is almost just above the surface, and yet they can't see me. That's really weird. So I personally like to wait for a while until they're all gone. Now, you can just Zora dive and jump your way up there, but it is a little bit risky, and I like to go Metal Gear Solid mode, or in this case Metal Gear Zelda, and trying to make it without being seen. So I believe it's clear now, okay? So I'm literally just going to pop up like this and quickly equip my stone mask, just so then I'm not going to get detected or so, because as long as you have this on, they're not going to see you. But you already know that also, given the fact that I needed that in order to take a picture, you know, of one of the guards anyway. Because trying to take a picture without the stone mask is honestly the hardest thing. I find it more difficult than actually trying to, you know, go through the actual Pirate Fortress itself without the stone mask by not being detected. But trying to do it by taking a picture without the stone mask is quite hard work, I find. I mean, particularly, it's not really the hardest thing, you know, of all time and stuff. I'm not saying like it's the equivalent of if you've ever played Battletoads for the NES. It's not that kind of thing, but you know, it's a little bit more challenging than before. Okay, cool. And let me just check my bottles really quick. So I've got one of them full of milk. Cool. Except we only need like 4, don't we? Oh yeah, I have like 4 bottles anyway, so of course I'll be fine. Okay, so the actual locations for these things now are kind of a little bit strange. Now, I think, given the fact that I literally did the Pirate Fortress, I think it was on dawn of the first day, as far as I remember or so, thinking back to the couple of episodes that I did. Hopefully that means that the pirates are still gone, because, you know, given the fact I didn't reset time and that, it means they were scared and they ran off. Is that correct? I think it is, or so. Is that right? Is there anybody in here? No, there isn't. Cool, yeah. That makes things a lot easier for me then, because what you'll find, okay, is when you reset time and you want to do this or so, it means you literally have to go up to the top and then shoot the beehives down in order to shoot the pirates again, because for some reason, oh god, I got hit. They are literally able to detect you even while you have the stone mask on. I don't know why that is. It's just so that then you can't really skip past the cutscene or anything like that, you know. But anyway. Right, let's just catch this first Zora egg. This is the one that always throws me off, by the way. I know where everyone I know where all the other ones are and stuff, but this particular one at the very beginning is the one that I somehow seem to always miss. Probably given the fact that it's literally just outside, you know, where the hookshot was. So that's the first one done, and remember, in this area there are only 4. I've had a friend once struggle with this area also, where they looked around for ages, and they said, where are the other Zora eggs? I can't really find them. There's only 4 in this particular area, okay? The other 3 remain in another area, which I should be hopefully getting to at some point during this episode. I mean, we'll find out also, but anyway. I am going to put on my stone mask and then have a look about the place. Now, I believe... Actually, this doesn't really lead to a Zora egg, but it leads to an item or so in order to help me out. In fact, is it even like worth getting it really? Because I mean, I'm at like 200 rupees so far. I mean, I've hit my maximum amount. Sorry if you heard that in the noise in the background. That was my dog. But I think it's somewhat worth it because I mean, it's like dawn of the final day anyway. I'm gonna be like resetting time. Like that's the thing, you know. Because I've played this game a lot in my spare time and why it's my favorite game ever. Out of everything I've played, and that it's probably because given the fact I can schedule myself depending on what I'm doing, you know, so I don't particularly have to play things at the right order or anything. You can literally play most of the things that you want in any order that you like, depending on what masks that you have, you know, so most walkthroughs are going to be slightly different. I mean, I've noticed that when I look at, like, Chugga Conroy's LP compared to my one and stuff, you know, some of the masks that he gets an awful lot later, whereas I just get them now, really. It just depends, really, what you feel like doing during that time. Sorry about that, I had a bit of a quick interruption there and stuff, so, sorted that out now. But of course, what was I talking about? About, like, Chugga Conroy or something? Yeah, I was basically explaining that, you know, everyone's walkthrough of this is kind of sort of different in this sort of way. It's kind of similar in the same aspect of Banjo-Kazooie, really, because in Banjo-Kazooie you can pretty much collect anything in any order that you like, depending on what it is. And that means that some walkthroughs are different. Also, I just went the wrong way. Okay, this is a shortcut, and that if you just mainly want to get out of the place without having to, you know, traverse all the way back there. But I don't really see the point in that, because I mean, I honestly find it a lot quicker just to get detected by the pirates, and then that's it, really. But anyways, this is where the stone mask will also make everything else look like a complete joke, by the way. Where this maze right here is usually without the stone mask in that you have to go by without being seen, pretty much similar to when you're trying to sneak into, what's it, the castle also in Ocarina of Time when you're trying to meet Princess Zelda. But as you saw right there, I can just literally walk straight through it. And it's actually a different piece of dialogue when you are literally wearing the mask. When you get detected, they say, HALT! We are fooled by that mask. Yeah, you see, if you actually wear the stone mask while trying to fight them, they actually know, that, you know, for some reason these pirates right here are able to tell that we're an intruder and stuff. I don't know how exactly, but even still. Anyway, what I tend to do, by the way, with these people is that, which didn't really work. Okay, fine. Most of the time, what I would mainly suggest for you to do to get these girls done a lot faster or so is do that. Wow, that was a weird pose that she's doing right there. Get your sword out and then try to hit her, but it's not really working. Okay, fine, I have to do this the Macau way, because then that just saves me having to transform. So you may want to get your cutters out, send them forward, so then they'll go at the back, and then just click A to do a jump attack, you know? That's the fastest way I can recommend. Usually I can do this a lot better with the gilded sword, but today that just isn't happening for some reason. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the easiest ways to get them down, I think, because, you know, your cutters can basically stun them, if you will. Although really, like, seriously, the gilded sword is usually a lot faster, because a jump attack can usually sometimes kill them in like 2 hits, and then that's it. Ugh, I don't think it ends here. Sorry, don't think it ends here. She doesn't think it ends here, apparently. Cool. Right. So yeah, in each type of area in that, you're basically going to be facing off one of those pirates, and after defeating them, you are then greeted to getting the Zora egg. However, this involves a lot of taking off the mask and changing into things, actually. Which is actually brings me up a little thing, I suppose I might as well talk about. So when it came to the making of, like, this series, I remember I had this original idea for, like, a particular form of an asset where, depending on what type of, you know, form I am with the masks that I'm wearing, that is what the background would change to. So you know the current background that you're seeing in the background of, what is it? It should be just like a moon or something, you know, just to give like a little background effect, because that's what I like to do in my LPs. I did have the idea of literally, as soon as, you know, I'm like Zora Link right now, that would literally change to a background of Zora Link going on. But, you know, the same thing would happen also if it's like Deku Link or Goron Link or something like that. But that didn't really appear to work, because the problem with that is mainly the fact that, you know, I'm always forever taking those masks on and off. So, like, every time I go into an area, I'm taking it off and then putting it on again. And I don't know, it just wouldn't really be worth it. A friend told me that, and I kept that in mind also, and that definitely helps me out. But I really want to equip my, the stone mask really quick for this particular area. Because I was going to get detected. Anytime you go outside, that is when you want to make sure, you know, that you have the stone mask on. Otherwise, well, trouble occurs. Okay, so whereabouts was the other one again? I believe it was somewhere around... Okay, so that was where I came from, wasn't it? Yeah. So the other one's... Oh yeah, I remember now. The other one actually is located over here. You mainly want to try and, you know, make sure that you're scaling up with the hook shot or so, and then just have a good look about the place. You know, if you're going the right way, if there's like a hole going on, you know, in like in the doors and stuff particularly. However, when you actually reach up to one of the hookshot targets, don't just think that you can just jump off and then proceed on, because sometimes it might possibly be an idea to go up it like this, okay? And then turn around and then get to the top, because look, there's another one right up there. So I'm happily going to hookshot my way on up to that and do that. Honestly, I do find that they're a little strange depending on where Link is for how he grabs some of the hookshot targets. Because, you know, some of them he'll just latch onto and then hang off the edge. But other times he won't. Also, this woman right here is just really stupid, given the fact that she can't really see me. Okay, I mean, not stupid, because I mean, I'm pretty sure I would be the same, given the fact that I can't really see what's going on. Also, is that a thing full of rupees at the minute? Again, this is also a bit of annoyance to get or so without the star. Oh my god, that was a waste. Jesus, because I mean, I'm at like blimmin' 200 rupees already. Well, never mind. But yeah, usually to get by this area, and that I recommend you to shoot them with your arrows and then use your hook shot to get by. But again, we're going to be faced with another one of these pirates. And in fact, if I just change into a Zora, I'll show you the difference of dialogue that they say. That's as far as you go. How unfortunate. You won't be getting past here. Oh well, what? They literally say something different as well. That's weird. Usually they sometimes say, I'm going to enjoy doing this to you, which is a bit suggestive, really, but what can you do? Okay, right. So, yeah, I'm just going to try out this thing, because it seems to be, like, the most easiest thing out of everything else. Is mainly just keep hitting them with your cutters and then jump in attack. The gilded sword ideally does work, but today that just isn't happening or so, because mainly you have to be pretty quick with, like, your jump attacks. In fact, you know what? Why am I actually not... Yeah, I should be doing that. Hold on. I have just, like, an idea that has just struck me, okay? So what I'm going to do is, if she would stop moving about... is just move about like this and try to get you to hit them at the back. Okay, right, cool. Quickly change the link and now hit you. Yeah, there you go. Right, so just even the simple strike of a gilded sword is good enough. Ugh, not bad, but I don't think it ends here. Cool. Yeah, so that works too. That's another method. I've only just literally noticed that. I'm a bit of an idiot for not realizing that in the first place. That's surely common sense, you know? At least in Zelda circumstances, anyway. Right, so... Oh, actually, I have one milk full of... one milk? Yeah, I have one milk full of bottle. I can grammar. No. I'm going to drink this milk, no, mainly because I have to get rid of this. I don't know. It's only a bit of milk. It's fine. It's a little bit of milk. I can always, like, get that later on also at the curiosity shop, or maybe even the, you know, the thing that I have to become the cow, the milk bar, I think it's called. Why are you climbing up, Link? Because, I need to get rid of this mainly to get, you know, another Zora egg. That's the sad thing, really, when I get some of these items. I'm given, like, all this free stuff, like free Chateau Manny, but due to, like, the place that I'm at or so in the game, that means I have to, you know, basically drink it and waste it, unfortunately. Anyway, can you just sink down, please? There we go, right. Because I would like you to grab this Zora egg. There we go. So that's another one right there, and there should be one more after this. I am thankful, though, that that clam right there, as soon as you float up to the top, it does not have enough range, you know, to get you whilst you're trying to climb out. If it did that, that would be a pain. Also, don't want to go out the other way. In fact, is there another way out? Yeah, there is. Cool. I was just double-checking just to be sure. In fact, I'm not going to risk it. Usually, I sometimes go out there, you know, it's like the Zora. But to be at this sort of, like, occasion... I'm going to literally wear my stone mask whilst going out, because sometimes there may be pirates all around the place. I don't think they appear at you exactly when you get out, but, you know, it's just to remain on the safe side, really. Okay, so, let's see now. I did the higher one first, didn't I? So that means now, all that I literally have left is the... yeah, so it's literally the lower one stuff. Occasionally I like to get the higher one done first, mainly because it just leads me straight out towards here. And just, I don't know, like I was saying, you know, it doesn't really matter which order you do it. You can do this in any order that you like. But that's the way that I tend to do it personally. Okay, cool. So of course in this one I believe it's going to be, yeah, it's this one right here also. It's kind of similar to the same sort of maze going on where you had to shoot them with your arrows in order to stun them. Seriously, like if you try to get by this without arrows, expect difficulty. It is actually quite difficult in places, obviously. Okay, let's try talking to them as a human. Hopefully they'll say the thing. Halt. It takes courage to come thieving in the pirate's fortress. I'm going to love doing this to you. There you go. Nice. There's the suggestive lane. Alright, cool. So now let's try out my tactic also. Where this time I'm going to try it out from the very beginning. Hopefully if it works. Zora, don't hit her. I want you to stun her, please. Okay, like that. Okay. No, no, no. What? Bloody C-stick didn't work for me. That was weird. Alright, okay. Try again. Ready? That didn't work either. Once more, maybe? Okay. No, this isn't working. Come on. Please, at all, maybe? Yeah, okay, now take it off, and strike. There we go. Cool, that's one. I'm just curious to see how fast you can kill them, you know, when you're using the normal gilded sword against them. Okay, and take it off. And now one thunder strike, maybe? Yeah, cool, so they literally take 2 hits to take when you have the gilded sword. Keep note of that, my god. Don't think it ends here. Cool. Yeah, well, it's another recommendation then. You can always do like the jump attack as Mikau, but if you have the gilded sword, use that, because it's a lot more powerful. It means that now I know that I don't really have to use Deku sticks, and maybe I could have done that as well, actually. I should have got a Deku stick out and performed a jump attack, because sometimes the stick is mightier than the sword, but honestly, sadly, I think that quote has left the building, given— oh god, sharks! Oh god, fish. Okay, right, I need to use my magic on these guys, right? What is going on? Jesus! Can I just, like, melt them all, please? There we go. Nice. I think it's mainly, like, left the building, though, because, well, I mean, I've got the gilded sword now, and I believe the gilded sword is far more powerful than the Deku stick, so that's a shame. Anyways, right, cool. So there is the last Zora egg that we need for this particular area. So I'm going to grab that. And that's pretty much everything. That is literally all that you need, by the way, in the Pirate's Fortress. If you go and look about all over the place after this, you'll have no luck finding the eggs. So, of course, for a bit of a humour or so, I'm going to get detected. Mainly, just, I don't know, it's a lot quicker, really. I suppose I could sneakily go out that way, but it's a lot faster, you know, just to be detected by them and seen by 2. Well, literally seen by 2 or so. And one thing I like to do, which is pretty funny, can I actually do this, is— oh god! Oh, she actually detected me or so. Never mind then, there's no need to worry. Occasionally what I like to do is not be detected while going into the water, and then dive over them like a dolphin, and then get detected that way. I don't know, man, I have strange sense of humour, but still. Okay, right, so, and I believe I got the picture of, the pictograph, however, we are already at 90 minutes. God damn it, that went by fast, didn't it? Do I actually want to do the next swim? Because that honestly sometimes takes a bit of a while, to be honest. But I don't know, I'll have a think about it also while I'm swimming back. I honestly like the flexibility, though, that they gave the Zora, and particularly Link on Majora's Mask. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm the only person, by the way. You know, at one of the very first cutscenes, shall I say, you know, after going through the very first 3 days as like a Deku and then becoming a human, I always liked the way— it sounds kind of gay, actually, thinking about it. I always liked the way that Link moved, because, you know, the way he, like, looks all around himself, because you can see, like, his leg move about the place, and just, I don't know, it looks really flexible for N64 standards. I don't know, it looks really fluid and kind of, I don't know, I just like it. That's all I can say, really, but still. Well, I suppose then, I might as well just go into this Dexter's laboratory and try to get rid of all these Zora eggs. In fact, if I have a word of her, she'll say that, right? If you don't hurry, the eggs will die. Quickly, put them in that aquarium. Alright, cool. Fine. I'll go do that right away. Because I have, like, 4 bottles full of it or so. I suppose, really, 5 would have been better, because it means that I could go on to the next area and then get the other eggs. But there's no need, because I'm not going to have to go back again in order to get them. So, you know, vice versa. Cool. I might as well do this all as, like, a Zora as well, just make more sense, because, I mean, you're going to have to be the Zora at the end for this. So, you know. So there's one. Eventually. I believe that's also the same assets reused from Ocarina of Time, you know, when you went to the laboratory in Lake Hylia? Or Hylia? I always said, like, Hylia, to be fair. I don't know. Again, pronunciations, I'm terrible. You know when you got to there, though, and you had to do that little diving minigame? I don't know, it reminds me a lot of that. In fact, it literally probably is the same asset reused. In fact, wait, hold on, did we do the fish minigame? I don't think we did the fish minigame. I think we actually literally need to do the fish minigame. Oh my god, yeah, we do. I need to do that at some point, don't I? Because I forgot to show off a particular heart piece that you can get in this laboratory as well. Yeah, this one actually is, you know, the thing for the main story, but the one where you literally feed fish to fish, yeah, oddly enough, you do that. That leads you to a heart piece, particularly these ones right here. Ow. Because if I check this, it will say, that's a huge fish. I bet that thing could eat a small fish in a single bite. Wait, what? Hold on. Huh? Wait, does Tattle check it? Who says that? That's a huge fish. I bet that thing could eat a fish in a single bite. Okay, who says that exactly? Is that Tattle, or is that the girl at the laboratory? I'm actually quite confused by that. I'm a little bit startled. Also, wow, look, a clock. I'm quite mesmerized also by that clock for some reason, but still. Well, at a time like this, I honestly reckon I am going to catch some fish. Haha! Yes, if you come by this area, by the way, you know, literally just off the bit of where it is with the Pirate's Fortress and stuff, as indicated by those seagulls over there, I believe. If we go to this particular area, we'll see this place full of fish. This is quite a convenient area to get stuff, really. So, of course, well, I'm gonna go fishing. So I'm gonna catch one, and I think you need 4 in total. So I'm just gonna catch, well, 4 of those and see how I do, really. However, it is a little bit annoying to see where they are. I do honestly wish that sometimes the water would be a little bit clearer to seeing them, but then again, I think it does that pretty much when you clear the temple, so I might be wrong about that, but still. Anyway, there should be one more fish after that, hopefully. And then that'll be all 4 in one shot, right? Hello? Fish? Are you around? I'm pretty sure I saw one of them somewhere. Hold on, let me have a look. Ah, there it is. Cool. Yep, cool. So that's all 4 fish, and now I am going to make my way back to the laboratory and feed the fish to the fish. It's like fire with fire, but fish. Whoop. I love doing that. That's so fun doing that kind of thing. In fact, I believe in the Japanese version of this game, that bit over there that I just had to go up, that's literally the only way you can get up it. Like, Link is not, unfortunately, tall enough to just climb on top of it, so that's literally the only way you can get on top of that bit, you know, in order to get into the laboratory. But anyway, right, cool. So, we'll keep in mind with what they said about the fish, where it basically said it bets that it could eat little fish. How about we experiment? Let's try it out. So, if I just put in 1 little fish, and put that in. It grows. Of course, it's not quite its proper height and that, so I'll add another fish just on top of that. Alright, cool. So now I think I just need like 2 more fish and that should do it. I'm pretty sure it's 2 more fish anyway, because that's what it was like in my practice file from what I discovered anyways. Also, look at the lighting. Wow. I've actually just noticed the lighting. That looks really cool. Okay, let's eat you again. Okay, and I believe we need 1 more after that. And then that hopefully should do it. I believe every time you do it as well, the same fish will eat it. So don't worry if the other one's going to eat it instead. So you don't really have to time this or anything, luckily. What? Oh my god, it does? Are you freaking kidding me? No way. It does happen. Aw, man. I'm gonna have to go get some more fish. Okay, I'm back now. I've got more fish. Jesus Christ. And I bet you... Okay, so I've got, like, more fish in that, obviously. However, I have, like, 4 more bottles, you know, for the fish. And I bet you just after this literal one, that is when it's going to eat the other thing. Well, goddamn you. Alright, cool. So now is it going to eat it? Ah, great, cool. So I've just got spare. I've got 3 bottles of bloody fish for no reason at all. Well, never mind then. At least with that, you get a piece of heart. Right, okay, cool. So that's basically one thing then that you might want the 5th bottle for when you get to this place. To do the little fish minigame in 1 shot. I very nearly did it in 1 shot, but, oh well. What can you do? you can do everything actually, but still. Anyway, I reckon this will be the end of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask episode, whatever it is, episode 37. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be the end of this LP, guys. This is as far as I'm getting. It was all a one-off after all. Joking. Anyway, right, yeah. So in the next episode, we'll be going off to another area and collecting more Zora eggs, I guess. And then maybe after that going to the graveyard, because it will be night of the final day. So take care, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.